book done in like 2 days. And let's talk about it. So, today is Tuesday, August 19th. It is just about 5 p.m. I've been home from work for about an hour and I have yet to get to writing. But I am on a deadline, essentially. I have found an editor that I'm really, really excited to work with. And I need to get my book to her by the 24th, which is in 5 days. The thing is, today's Tuesday. I'm off tomorrow. I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which means I want this done before I go to work on Thursday. Now I work at 3, which means I leave the house at 2:30, which means I have just shy of 48 hours to finish this book. That is not a lot of time. Currently, I have about 9 scenes that I need to write and about 23 chapters I need to go through. And that sounds like a lot, and I think it is, but I also think it's kind of doable. Am I being realistic? Probably not, but I'm determined. So we're gonna, I guess, call this a 48-hour writing challenge and seeing if I can finish draft 2 in 48 hours. Okay, I'm gonna try to be quiet because my parents are definitely asleep. It is about 9 o'clock. I'm calling it for the night. I've gotten just over 1,100 words, and I finished that scene that I was working on. Yeah, I'm really happy with it actually. It started to actually flow really nicely, which is great. And I have like 4 or 5 chapters until my next new scene. And we're just gonna grind all day tomorrow, see how far I can get. I would like to do Gone Farther today, but I started working today after work. I have been up since 5:30 this morning. I am exhausted. Yeah. And I do need to give myself some grace on that. And I have until 2 p.m. on Thursday, really, to have this done and in. So, that's where we're gonna end for tonight. And I'll come to you, hopefully, bright and early tomorrow morning. Okay, it is the next day. It is Wednesday, August 20th, and I'm about to get started for the day. Right now it is 11:15. I've just sat down at my desk. It's about an hour later than honestly I wanted to get over here. But I had a bit of a hard time getting out of bed this morning, and just like, it is what it is, you know. I got up, I had breakfast, I worked out, and I think I also worked out for a little longer than I normally would. I'm just enjoying the music I'm listening to while I'm working out, and so that just means it took me a little longer to get up here, especially after I took a long shower. Yeah, my skincare routine's getting a bit longer. No, that's a problem. And that is like the way I'm doing like self-care right now, so we're good with that. You know, could be worse. I tried a new sunscreen today, and I really liked it better than what I have been using. I've just started using on my chest because I want to use it up, because I don't like it. It's very greasy, and I think it's actually making my chest break out, which is wonderful. And I probably should stop using it and get rid of it, but I paid for it, and so I don't want to do that. But so we're here, we're at the desk, and before I get started, I don't think I really talked you through like my kind of editing plan for what I need to do before, you know, we have a final word count and we send this off and we are done with it. And so basically, what I need to do right now, step one is going through every single chapter, right? I have my chapter by chapter notes. I have my scene cards that have been rearranged into the order that I am now going through them. This is where we're at, so I'm gonna actually keep that out. But my big, like, the big thing that I'm doing in this draft is there's a lot of rearranging of scenes to kind of make certain things sort of flow better, if that makes sense. And I'm really liking it so far. I think I actually haven't yet gotten to like the big rearranging, but I think that's really gonna work. And so I'm kind of just going through making whatever edits I thought each chapter needed, writing those new scenes. And some of these new scenes I'm writing, I'm like writing them and I'm like, they gotta go. But I work in Scrivener right now, and I'm working in Scrivener right now, so I have like the old document and the new document side by side. And yeah, so I'm like copying and pasting stuff. So I've been copying and pasting stuff over, and I kind of the other day just went through and copied and pasted everything I was keeping over, essentially. And so now I'm going through that and editing that as I go. Yeah, so I'm editing that as I go. I'm on chapter 28 out of 50. But like that is not difficult necessarily. So like, yeah, I'm loving that. And then those new scenes. Right, so that's kind of step one. Once I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is now I need to copy and paste this into a Word document, essentially. And I like to kind of copy and paste so that I can really then, again, do another pass through each section. It's more so the sections that are new scenes. As I copy them over, I'm going to do another pass through them. The other thing that comes with that I'm going to do really before I start doing that is in working with this editor, I got a sample edit of my first like 3,000 words, which is like most of the first chapter. I am also going to I want to go through and implement those edits, at least into that chapter, before I send it off to her. And so that's kind of, I'm going to do that first. And actually, what I think I want to do is I have a 6-page document of the sample editorial letter that I think I'm actually going to print out and use to like reference as I go through that. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. That's where we're starting. Okay, I'm back for our first update. Now it is 2:25, just shy of 2:30. And this is gonna sound insane and how little it seems like I've done. I have written a total of 52 words. I could have written a lot more, and I've deleted like a ton. I've deleted, I think, about 200-300 words. I did finish my coffee. I just had lunch. On to my second drink. And so I figured I'd come here and give you a little update. Yeah, so that was one scene. What I've gone ahead and done is here I have there's kind of a little, I made like a to-do list with all the scenes. I believe there's 32 that I need to get done in this part. I have completed one, which is not a lot, I know, but we're gonna start grinding. I'm back for another update with drink number 3. It is now just about 7 o'clock at night. I've got my dinner, literally just pasta with some pesto sauce. I'm gonna eat this while I keep working. I'm now at negative 521 words. I'm thinking last time I updated you, I think I was at negative 1,000 something. So, you know, we're making progress. I'm on chapter 34 out of 50. We started on 28. Honestly, my goal, and we'll see if I can manage this in like 4 hours, is to get through all 50 chapters tonight and then transfer over tomorrow. Honestly, like ideally, what I would love to do is to be able to get another pass through on this whole thing before I send it off. I'm gonna try to do that while I copy and paste everything over to a Word doc. That's kind of gonna be my plan hopefully for tomorrow. Yeah, this draft may be under 100,000 words, which I'm kind of excited about. But we will see. So, yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Apologies if you could hear someone's lawnmower. That's happening. Not at my house. I don't think. It doesn't look like I don't see a truck. I actually don't know where that's coming from, but I can hear it. So you can probably hear it. So I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with it. We're in a time crunch. It's a bit of a time crunch here. Yeah, so it is about 10 a.m., 10:15. I'm gonna make another lemonade. Wait, I think I'm just gonna do strawberry. But last night, I didn't update you when I finished. Honestly, it was like 10:30 at night. I was exhausted. Sure. And I just wanted to go to bed. So we ended at the thing, like my little Scrivener, like tracker thing said negative, what was it, negative 343. But it looks like I did actually delete more than that, because numbers aren't adding up. But it's fine. We're not gonna worry about that too much. I've also started compiling a list of things that I'm like, I feel like are issues with the manuscript that I like don't really have the time to fix, or maybe I'm just like unsure of. Like, I think a thing with this draft in particular is I'm rearranging a lot, because like the way that I think I want it to flow, I think it flows better with certain plot points being moved. The way I'm doing that though is not the best, because I kind of copy and pasted everything over, and I didn't have time to do like a more, I guess, like efficient, not efficient, yes, efficient, just like a better way of doing it, where I really would just go like really like paragraph by paragraph and like kind of piece it together. Instead, I'm kind of like going through scenes and I'm like, oh, gotta fix it. So like I'm right now feeling like, first of all, there may be some continuity errors. I'm gonna try to do, finish up where I'm at right now today. I'm probably gonna have to bring my laptop to work on this on my half-hour little lunch break I get, dinner break, whatever you want to call it. May do that, and then I may try to work on it tonight after work. But I work at 3, so I'm closing tonight. So I work till 8:30, which means I get home around 9, and I work tomorrow at 8 a.m. So like, not ideal. Yeah. But like, with just like the continuity is a big thing. Another thing is I feel like there's a piece missing, essentially. like, I think where I'm at, where I'm at essentially. I also, with having this like one like major plot change, I deleted a handful of scenes, and some of them I'm replacing, and some of them I'm just like, all right, let's just cut. I'm just going, all right, let's just cut these out. See what happens, sort of. In a way that's like not the best, essentially. Yeah, not the best, but like, I don't know how to like explain this. But like essentially like there is this one scene that I cut that was like it was a really like sweet moment for the characters' relationship, and this really sweet moment between my two characters. But like the context of where it all sort of happens no longer fits. So I was like, all right, let's just cut the scene. But now, like the scene before and the scene after it, and I'm gonna have to just read through it again. But I do feel like there is something missing in that, you know, and like, I guess I want to find a way to like incorporate that back in. But we're on a bit of a time crunch. I'm not sure I really have like the time to be like figuring that out. Like I kind of just need to get through where I'm at, and then yeah, just go from there. So I mean, like, I think the plan for today is I need to leave the house at 2:30. I may try to leave a little earlier, not eat lunch here, grab something at work maybe. I just kind of want to keep going through what I've got and get to the end. Right, I have 13 scenes left, essentially, and like 5 of those are new scenes, and some of them I'm like not sure if they're even necessary, and they may get scrapped. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, I think, go through what I've got here. Maybe I just try to figure it out. I'm gonna stare at this for a little bit and try to figure it out. And hopefully I can get somewhere with it. But we shall see. Alright. It is Friday. And it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're still not done. Yesterday, I'm trying to think of how far I got yesterday. I did get relatively far. I'm on one of my new scenes that I have to add. I'm at a point right now where I have like, I think 3 more new scenes and a couple more to like go over. And then the book is like essentially done. I don't know. The last like quarter of it especially is really rough right now, and I'm not sure I know how to fix it, which is why I think it's a good thing I'm getting an editor involved. But I need to get to writing. Hi, good morning. It is Saturday, the 23rd. I've lost a nail, and I am on the home stretch. Last night I was up until about 1 a.m. finishing this. I actually like went like sat on the bed and like worked there for a while, which was really nice. I made really great progress. Now, I just got here, sat down at my desk, and let me show you what my computer is doing, okay? Right, because like, you know, this is like the little setup. There's my coffee. And we're doing this. busy. It's not like I need to be on it, I need to be working on it like right now. No. Literally, like, it told me, like, log in. I did. And now we're doing that. Because why are we doing that now? Okay, alright. We're back, maybe? Okay. We're loading. And that is an old background. It's also showing me, like, my old, like, screen, like, background screen stuff. Okay, now we're fixed. Okay. I'm just gonna let everything boot up. What are we doing? Do we not know what screen is supposed to be what? Like, hi. This is supposed to be over here. This is supposed to be over here. This is gonna be kind of boring, so I'm just gonna go through it. And you're not gonna get to see it. But, yeah, alright. Peace. Okay, hi. It's Saturday evening. I just got home from work. It's 8:45. I worked until around 8:15, 8:30. Obviously, we're here because I am still not done. At this point, I'm really just copying and pasting everything over into a Word document. But I am 60,000 words in. And yeah, there are, I think, 2 scenes I really just want to read over and try to edit, and then I can go to bed. This is a longer process than I think I had expected it to be, but this is a longer process than I expected it to be. I think the copying and pasting, but I do just kind of looking over it and like giving it a quick like glance every so often. No, not every so often as I'm doing this. Like I said, we're like 60,000 words in, probably an hour and a half into copying and pasting. It's just tedious, but we're gonna get it done, and then this vlog's gonna be done, and I'll get you scheduled, and then hopefully maybe I'll take a day or 2 off from working on the book before diving into the outline for book 2 in this series. Yeah, I can't take too long on this because I do also have to work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, but then I get a day off. One day. But it's still something. So I'm gonna shut up and get to work because this needs to be done. And I'm tired. I'm so tired because I went to bed at 1 a.m. last night. I'm so tired. So I need to just get her done.